face of the building completely collapsed.
You are looking at live pictures right now.
Rescue dogs on the scene right now.
Good morning, everybody. Can everybody hear me? Yeah. Good morning. My name is Rhett Mock, and I am incredibly proud to serve as the Search Dog Foundation CEO. And one of the many perks of my job is to officially welcome you all to our July 2026 Search Team Pairing Ceremony. Welcome from wherever you may be watching. I don't know about you, but today is one of my favorite days at SDF because it reflects the very heart of what we do here. It's extraordinary dogs being partnered with dedicated and caring handlers and watching them grow together, learn from each other, build trust, and eventually be called upon when they're needed the most. But today's about more than that. It's about all of you. Because I'm always reminded about the incredible community of people who come together to make this work possible. And that's, again, all of you. So whether you're one of our shelter or rescue partners, you help transport these dogs, you're a member of our board of directors, you're a volunteer, your staff member, your supporter, maybe you're a teammate or leadership from one of the task forces and fire departments being represented today, or you're a loved one of our handlers. Today is a celebration of our new teams, but it's also a celebration of what you've accomplished in getting us here today. And even though all of us are very different and we have very different experiences and different backgrounds, we're all united with shared purpose, and that is to save lives and leave no one behind. And that purpose seems especially meaningful as SDF celebrates this year our 30th anniversary as an organization. And we reflect on the thousands of dogs and handlers and supporters and staff members and partners that helped build this organization into what it is today. And yet, while we celebrate our history, the world reminds us constantly that this work has never been more important. Recently, American search teams returned from nearly 2 weeks in Venezuela, where they were searching for survivors amid the rubble of 2 devastating earthquakes. And just yesterday, SDF teams were deployed to Texas in response to the devastating flooding there. These deployments remind us that this work is incredibly challenging, it's incredibly demanding, and it is exactly why we're here today. And so I want to thank all of the handlers that have responded, and all of the handlers that have been called to service over the last 3 decades for your work and for honoring this mission and driving it into the future. And speaking of the future, to the handlers that we're celebrating today, we thank you for taking this first step in what will be a remarkable journey with your canine partners. As that journey unfolds, we want you to know that you do not walk that journey alone. Every single person in this community and in this SDF family is with you as we are today. And we are all united in the belief of what you and your canines can accomplish together and what you're capable of. And it's that belief that brings us here, and it's that belief that lives on through you into the future. So to officially welcome our new search teams, it's my pleasure to introduce my fantastic colleague, SDF's Senior Director of Communications and Search Team Operations, Denise Sanders.
Thank you all and welcome. On behalf of our entire staff, I want to welcome and thank you all once again and reiterate what Rhett said. It's all of you that help make it happen. I'd also like to take a quick moment. We have quite a few of our staff that are sitting usually back in this area. If we can turn and give them a round of applause for all of the work that's gone into making today possible. From our administrative teams to our canine operations teams, everyone is working hard towards the same end. And that is because we know it's not a matter of if, but when the next disaster strikes. Rhett mentioned that we had teams returning from Venezuela most recently, and we just saw teams off yesterday going to Texas to help with that flooding alongside hundreds of other responders that are already there on the ground. Our team continues to work diligently behind the scenes. You often don't see the work until those deployments happen, but it's happening every single day here on campus and across the country to get prepared for moments like this. And these 8 canines will now join the roster from Los Angeles, San Diego, Oklahoma City, and Salt Lake City, and they will too be ready to help their communities in need when the time comes. So I want to take a moment and direct your attention to the TV over here to see a little bit of what's gone into making today possible for these 8 teams and the training that goes into all of this.
Hi, I'm Mandy Tisdale. I'm the Director of Canine Behavior and Training at the Search Dog Foundation. We are here at the National Training Center. It's the midpoint assessment, and our handler candidates are getting to know the dogs in the program in preparation for being partnered. They're learning all about canine disaster search. It's going to be fun.
This morning we're in the toy play yard, and we are basically engaging with the dogs and getting a relationship built between the dog and the handler, and play is the best way to get that relationship going.
You're so strong. We're located here at the barrel field, so this is a prop that we use for the dogs to basically train them to alert and give that continuous bark. Then we tell them to get it, and then they will get their favorite toy and go crazy and have a party.
Here we are up at the Search Dog Foundation at the rubble pile, and we are doing some scent theory training where we drop some smoke bombs and just see where the smoke dissipates, where it travels, and seeing in theory where the dogs are catching scent. Now we're going to Search City. We're going to role play as dogs and try to find some scent in a house. So we're gonna be blindfolded and we're gonna walk through and try to find where the source of scent is.
You got a strong odor like right over here.
Mm-hmm. Where we're at right now is basically where we practice and they are taught direction control. There's 4 bases. It's set up just like a baseball field. And the purpose of direction control is to have the dog off leash and show that you can control them off leash. It's especially important when they're on the pile and they're searching. It helps if we're trying to get them to head to the right or head to the left. For safety is really important.
Today we're doing our public access. We're actually at an outdoor mall. It's giving an opportunity to kind of get the dogs acclimated to everyday life. Being able to walk around other individuals, other dogs, just any kind of distraction or anything like that.
So today we're located in the agility arena. It's a really fun place for the dogs and the handlers to work together. A lot of different setups, a lot of different toys, a lot of different things that the dogs can play with. We work off leash a lot of times down here, and it's an opportunity for us to build a really good working relationship with our canines before we go out into the field.
We're located at one of the rubble piles on the SDF property. This here is where the dogs take all those foundational skills and they take it to a more realistic situation where this could be a building collapse. So the victims that are hidden, and the dogs kind of put all those skills together and start finding victims that we can't see or hear.
Now that we've seen a little bit of what goes into the training of these teams, let's go ahead and meet our new graduates and learn a little bit more about their stories.
Now, as you can see, it's all about that bond and that relationship, and building that takes time and effort and a lot of focus and expertise. It's as much an art as it is a science. So I'd like to invite my colleague Mandy Tisdale, our training director, to come up and speak a little bit more about each of our teams, and I promise they're coming up right after that. You'll get to see them very soon, but building and fostering that relationship takes a lot of nuance, and Mandy and her team do a fantastic job of making sure that everyone's prepared for this. Mandy?
Thank you, Denise.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. How are you all doing? Good. Hopefully everybody's staying cool, hydrated right now. I really appreciate everybody being here today to support this group of dogs and this group of handlers. This particular class they're all special. This one has some uniqueness to it, and I'll give you high levels of that before I invite the teams out. We have 8 dogs in this class. They have been recruited from all over the country, from right here in California all the way to the East Coast, Alabama, Missouri. They bring different personalities, just like the handlers do, and these handlers are an eclectic group as well. We've got handlers that are brand new to this, that's their first dog. In fact, we have one handler that's never had a dog before, and she's incredible, this handler. All the way up to veteran handlers that have been doing this, they're on their 5th dog. So how awesome that this group of people was combined together in this cohort, because while some of them knew each other already, through this process and over the last 6 months, they have been forever bonded, and their direction of their lives have been changed because of these incredible dogs and the connection they have with each other. We had some social time outside of training yesterday, and it was really incredible to see how they interact with each other. They have become family, and they now have an additional support system out there when they go home with their dogs. If and when they are ever deployed, they have a lifeline and support that's already in place with the cohort that they're in. So I'm really excited about this group of people and dogs, and without further ado, I'd like to get going and introduce you to our first team. Jared Freeman and his new partner Uli with Oklahoma City Fire Department and Oklahoma Task Force 1. Uli came to the Search Dog Foundation from MK9 Solutions, an organization dedicated to raising Labrador Retrievers for various working roles. Discovered alongside her sister Uma, the pair were evaluated by our canine recruitment team. Recognizing that both sisters possessed incredible potential for urban search and rescue, the recruitment team accepted them into our program. Uli and Uma then caught a ride with our trusted transport partners, the Four-Legged Kids bus, making the long journey across the country to the National Training Center in Santa Paula to begin their official training. While Uma decided that urban search and rescue wasn't for her, Uli very much did. Isn't she cute? This dog melted the hearts of all of our staff and volunteers. She's just a lovely little Labrador, and part of the criteria of pairing her with Jared was to make sure Jared ended up with the shortest dog. So we've got some little dogs in this program, but I think she's actually the shortest one. She was a lot of fun to train. She's got a big heart, a lot of drive, a lot of give, a lot to bring to the world with her unique abilities. And I would say the same about Jared. We've known Jared for several years. Jared had an opportunity to come out well before the cohort was established, and we had him play with some dogs. This little dog right here was one of them. She was brand new to the program. She was a freshman. Our classes are set up freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. Seniors are the ones that go out the door with the handlers as they progress through the program. So she was one of the dogs I had Jared play with. And right then and there, the sparkles were flying between them. Jared and Uli really connected on a really deep level. And when the cohort decided, when Jared was placed in a cohort, when he came out and we had him work with a dog, they don't know what dog they're working with until that moment. And it may not be the dog they actually end up with. But Uli was let out of her crate and basically jumped into Jared's arms and gave him a big old hug. Jared was smitten, and that was the end of that story. Jared provides a level of confidence and support to Uli that she needs, and I think that Uli provides a level of comfort and support to Jared that he needs. Not in a weird way, like that's not what I mean. In a way that really allows them to thrive and be really strong partners, and we're really excited about this team and their future and what they will bring to the urban search and rescue community. So with that, I would love to invite Jared to say a few words.
Adjust the mic. Goes up a little bit. There you go. Thank you guys for being here. Really special place, and again, not enough words I can describe how cool this little dog is. So she works really hard, and she's a really good team player. So we should have a lot of fun. Just thinking back today, just again, thank you guys, thank you family. You guys, it's so much important to us how much support you guys give us away from the station, away from everything. I mean, this is a really long process for a lot of the new handlers and new families. And again, thank you guys for all the support you give us and the rest of this crew. You know, for me, I've got my wife and my kiddos at home. My wife means the world to me, and I just thank her for allowing me to do this again, you know, a second time. So it's a pretty cool deal. Thank you to my team, my Oklahoma Task Force. I mean, those guys, awesome at home, very supportive of all of our dogs, and we really get after it there. You know, thank you guys, SDF. I mean, I'm a baseball guy, and when you think of baseball, you think of New York Yankees and LA Dodgers and all that good stuff. I mean, for the search dog world and canines, this is a first class organization. They get after it, and I can't thank the handlers, the trainers, the office staff, to the kennel hands, to everybody that's a part of it here. You know, really special place, and they definitely did a good job with this dog. So I'm excited to work with her. So thinking about today, thinking about things that we wanted to talk about, you know, for Oklahoma City, our relationship with SDF. One thing we always think about is April 19th, 1995. And that was a big one for me. I was young. I was a young lad then, you know, and then you could go on down the line and go on through life, and we've got May 3rd, 99, or we have May 20th, 2013. You know, those are two big tornadoes that came through my hometown. And big reason why I'm a firefighter now, you know, like I wanted to go into that line of work, and I knew that's what I wanted to do. Then I saw dogs were involved, and it was like, oh my gosh, this is it for me, man. So I'm do everything I can to make that happen. But one thing out of those responses in Oklahoma, we've coined the term, you know, the Oklahoma Standard, and it's just a selfless act of individuals, man, that just respond in people's worst time of need. And I think Miss Wilma did it right. She had a vision, and really, she was there with us. She really embodied the Oklahoma Standard. And I hope for me and the rest of my task force and me and Uli here, hopefully we can hold that standard, you know, as we work through the rest of our career. So thank you guys.
I'd now like to invite, sorry, Jared, I got to move this back down. I'd like to invite Jared and Uli's teammate, Bobby Mercer, to come on up, who is also a fellow handler, and thank him for being here while they actually have teammates that are deployed in Texas right now. Bobby?
On behalf of the Oklahoma City Fire Department and the Oklahoma Task Force 1, thank you to the National Search Dog Foundation. As Jared talked about, Wilma coming to Oklahoma in 1995 that started this program. You know, there have been so many dogs that have come out of this program. We have been lucky to have a few of those on our team now, and we just thank you guys for that. So today, that same mission that Wilma started comes full circle with Uli and Jared being paired together. Excuse me. Jared, congratulations. The bond you have with Uli will truly mean that lives will be saved. And To the foundation, the donors, thank you for giving us more than a search dog. You've given us a partner in saving lives. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Bobby and Jared. All right. Next, I'd like to introduce Andrea Geddes and her new partner, Checkers, with Los Angeles County Fire Department and California Task Force 2. Checkers' journey to the Search Dog Foundation began in Michigan, where he was discovered wandering a neighborhood and picked up by Berrien County Animal Control in Benton Harbor. With his friendly demeanor, shelter staff fully expected his owners to step forward and claim him. He's so cute, sorry. I'm distracted by dogs, that's what we do here. When no one claimed him, a perceptive shelter volunteer experienced with high drive dogs spent some time with the handsome pup and immediately recognized his potential for a higher purpose. SDF stepped in to help evaluate Checkers, who had an absolute blast with every test, viewing the entire process as one big joyful game. After being officially accepted into our program, Checkers caught a ride with our transport partner, Four-Legged Kids Bus, and headed west to California to begin his new life. Checkers is sponsored by the Joel and Dina Gambord family. So Checkers, he's a looker too. They're all lookers. This class they all look a little different. Mostly Border Collie, as you would imagine, looking at him. When he arrived into our program, man, he was a wild animal. Like, super sweet, but he was ping-ponging off the leash. Like, we worked real hard to get his focus on tasks at hand, just because he wanted to do everything all the time at Mach speed. He's come a long way. He really has. He's an incredible search dog, and you'll see how effortlessly he traverses the rubble a little bit later today. When we were looking for his perfect partner, Andrea was obviously part of the cohort. As we get to know, in our program, we get to know the dogs over several months. We also get to know the handlers over a period of about 6 months. Andrea came in driven, wanting to do everything perfectly correct. That's hard with dogs. And she was committed to the program, committed to each dog that she worked with. And as we got to know her a little bit better, we realized that she's a little bit Border Collie herself. And so while Checkers was the one who made the decision to pick Andrea, we absolutely see why. They're both very literal. Border Collies work off their handlers. They're genetically bred to pay attention to their handlers. Andrea gives clear communication to Checkers, and they work wonderfully as a team. It's been really great to see them progress in their training program, and I will say this particular visit in their program, they've been here the last couple of days working together. They look like they've been together for years. It's really incredible how they've grown into each other in their relationship. Obviously, we're really excited about this team. They're going to do great things. This is Andrea's very first search dog. And we're really excited about what the future holds for them, and we're here to support them every step of the way. So with that, I would love to invite Andrea to say a few words.
I'll try not to get choked up. First, I just want to say thank you to the entire staff here at the Search Dog Foundation. Everything that you guys do day in and day out does not go unnoticed. Everything from the hours they put in behind the scenes and the hours of hands-on training, it doesn't go unnoticed. It shows with the dogs. And for my very first visit, I saw how much care and compassion and how much training they put into these guys, because some of them don't have the best path. So basically what I want to say is thank you to SDF for giving me this amazing opportunity to become a canine handler and pairing me with this amazing boy. Thank you to all the sponsors, because without you, this program would not be possible. Thank you to everyone that's come out from my family and my friends to help support Checkers and myself. It means the world to me. All the support that I get back home, especially from my wife and my pack, I couldn't do it without you, and you guys know that. So thank you once again, and thank you guys, because you guys know, as my family and friends, that how much my dogs at home, my canines, mean to me, and now we got Checkers in our pack. So what I can say is, wow, I'm getting to live the dream. Not only am I an LA County firefighter, now I have a partner that can go through this path with me. So thank you to LA County Fire Department for believing in me. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Checkers, our future's bright, buddy. I can't wait to grow with you.
Thanks, Andrea. All right. Next, I'd like to introduce Rebecca Drews and her new partner, Bo, with Los Angeles County Fire Department and California Task Force 2. Bo's journey to the Search Dog Foundation began in Missouri, where he was discovered wandering through a Taney County neighborhood and brought into the local animal shelter in Hollister. Recognizing that the energetic pup possessed an intense drive that was far too much for a normal home, a local dog rescue advised the shelter to contact SDF. During his initial evaluations, Bo had a blast with every test, thoroughly entertaining his evaluators with animated, high-flying leaps into the air the second he was released to hunt for his toy. Wow, yeah, I have some stories about that I'll share in a minute. After officially being accepted into our program, Bo caught a ride out to California with our transport partner for Four-Legged Kids bus to begin his exciting new life. Bo is sponsored by Walt and Faith Callback, Paul, Kruzika, M. Lawrence Alande, and Nicole Alande. You got this, Rebecca. You got this. Rebecca is one that has, in her adult life, has not had her own dog. I bring that to the attention not as this handler has never had a dog before. I bring this to your attention because this individual that is standing in front of you right now has worked really hard to get here and has impressed SCF, our staff, and our trainers every step of the way. I hesitate to use the word, but I'm going to say it. She's a natural with the canines because natural implies that it just comes to her easily. It doesn't come to her easily. It doesn't come to anybody easily. This is a hard discipline to undertake. But she's patient. She's calm. She's confident. She has worked well with every single dog that we've put in front of her, and we knew right away, visit one, when she was here, that we absolutely have a dog for Rebecca. It's just picking the one that is going to pick her, actually, not us. We're not picking the dog for her. Bo is a handful. He doesn't look like it right now. He's a little bit of a cartoon character. He could have his own animated series, I think. But he's really he loves his job. He loves to traverse rubble. I have one story about we were in the middle of a training before he actually met Rebecca, and he was searching the rubble pile, and he took a flying leap over a void confidently. He was fine, no problem. That's what search dogs do. But it was impressive even for our trainers to see. It was one of these moments of like, whoa, and he landed and kept working. Like he's incredible. He has so much drive, so much confidence in what he does, and that is mirrored in Rebecca. She and Bo have a very, very bright future ahead of them, and I'm really really excited about you guys. You're going to do a lot of great things and provide a lot of support to the community in their time of need. And we're super thrilled about you both. And with that, we'd love to invite you to say a few words.
Hi, everyone. I'm Becca, and this is Bo. Thank you all so much for having me here today. I'm so grateful to be here. I never thought that I would have the coolest job in the world as a firefighter, and now an even cooler job, if you can believe it, as a canine handler. Thank you to Los Angeles County Fire Department and our canine team for all of the training. I've been trying to become a canine handler for a while, so I'm really excited to be here. Sorry, I'm nervous. Thank you to all of our team for supporting me and bringing me here today. I can't begin to describe how thankful I am as well to the Search Dog Foundation, all of the staff, all of the sponsors, all the volunteers. This place is incredible, and I'm so honored to be here. What you guys have entrusted in me is absolutely insane, and I hope I make you guys proud. I'm so grateful to all of the staff, all of our hard work, all of the sponsors for Bo. He's my new best friend. I'm so excited. I want to also take an opportunity to thank my family, my mom and my sister, for their constant support. I want to thank my boyfriend for being by my side. I also want to thank my best friend, Alexis, for also being there for me. She's had dogs her whole life, so I lean on her a lot, and the staff here as well. This has been such a long and incredibly challenging journey. The countless hours of training, all the tireless effort. A lot of people told me not to become a canine handler because it's a lot of work. Well, I am also a lot of work, and
I found out that Bo is also a lot of work, so we get along great. That's pretty much it. I'm just so excited to have met Bo. I've never met a dog that's so friendly, so loving, so energetic, and so driven. And I feel like we have that in common. Both of us are very driven. I just want to thank everyone again for being here and supporting me. And my life is forever changed because of Bo, and I hope I make him proud as his handler. Thank you.
And these two dogs in particular are joining a task force that is internationally deployable, and this task force is the one that just came back from Venezuela. So I would like to take a moment now, yes, give them all a round of applause. Some of them are back here as well. So I would like to introduce and invite up the Canine Coordinator of California Task Force 2 and USA 2, as well as the important part, SDF Handler of Search Dog Bond, JP Helsebeck.
Right on, thank you. First off, on behalf of the Los Angeles County Fire Department, California Task Force 2, thank you to the Search Dog Foundation and the amazing staff you guys have. As we all know, the tremendous amount of work that goes into these dogs, the handlers, and everything at the facility, from cleaning the kennels to training the dogs to just the support network behind it, is absolutely amazing. So thank you guys. Just a round of applause. But today's different. Today's your guys' graduation day. Today marks more than a graduation. It marks the beginning of a promise. A promise to be ready when our communities need us most. We've seen recently with the earthquakes from Haiti, Turkey, and most recently Venezuela, where search teams and canines have worked tirelessly to find the survivors in the most difficult conditions. To our new handlers, today you're accepting responsibility to build an unbreakable partnership with your dog. That's going to come through trust, training, and commitment. Every hour you invest is going to one day mean the difference between life and death for somebody trapped beneath the rubble. It's one of those things, you get the chance to come and train, but to actually go into deployments and then be there firsthand to lend that helping hand, goes a long ways. And there's a couple people here that have had that opportunity, and it means a lot. It's a great honor. On behalf of our K9 program from California Task Force 2 and Los Angeles County Fire Department, congratulations. We're proud to welcome you to the mission and look forward to standing beside you when that call comes. So thank you for all your hard work and appreciate it. So thank you guys.
Thank you, JP. Next, I'd like to introduce you to Corey Tang and his new partner, Ziggy, with San Diego Fire Rescue Department and California Task Force 8. Ziggy's journey to the Search Dog Foundation began at the Humane Rescue Alliance in Washington, D.C., where he was initially adopted as a puppy. Can you imagine what this little guy looked like as a puppy? Ooh, cute. Sometime later, he found himself back at the shelter as a stray, with his adopters nowhere to be found. Recognizing his boundless energy, an observant shelter staff member reached out to a friend with Virginia Task Force 1 to evaluate Ziggy for urban search and rescue. The task force helpers had a blast testing the energetic pup at their training site, watching him confidently explore the rubble pile and eagerly engage in a game of tug with anyone willing to play. Sensing his incredible potential, they helped coordinate his journey to our National Training Center in Santa Paula to begin a new chapter. Ziggy is sponsored by Lenny and Squeaky. I remember vividly Ziggy's screening videos with Virginia Task Force 1. What an incredible video package we got for this dog. They were able to get him on their rubble pile. He was tugging and playing with everybody that he could interact with. Super social, super confident, definitely a working dog. And we recognized, even in video, before even meeting Ziggy, what a powerhouse he was going to be. So accepting him into our program was our honor, recognizing that we are going to be, to find the proper handler for him, we're going to have to find somebody that brings a level of confidence to the leash that Ziggy has on his end of the leash. A lot of people would think that a really strong, powerful dog would need a very seasoned veteran handler, and that wasn't what Ziggy needed. Ziggy needed Corey. for real. Like, he needed Corey. So Ziggy works well with all handlers. He's a great dog, like very, very powerful dog, very committed to his job. But we wanted to find his person. And Corey, as a new handler, came in with eyes wide open, ready to learn. Do you have your notepad on you right now? No? Okay. Normally, he has his notepad on him. He is so detail-oriented. He takes notes. He after every training session, he's on his notepad, and he's writing everything down from the moment we met him. And it stood out to me because this gentleman right here in front of you really cares about this job. He's been wanting to be a canine handler for a long time. He's got a lot of background in why he wants to be here. When we had the opportunity to have him work with Ziggy, he actually missed one of our cohort visits because he had a prior engagement happening, and that's no problem. So he came out, and actually it was really great. We got one-on-one time with Corey and put Ziggy in his hands and watched them flourish. The trainers and I, after our first day with watching them work, realized, this was several months ago, realized we found him. We found the handler for Ziggy. Corey brings a level of confidence to his interactions with Ziggy, affection as well. He made a comment earlier. Sorry, Corey, I'm going to say it because I have to. It's funny. He said, is this a bad time to making a joke? Is this a bad time to say that I really would rather have a cat? Like, and honestly, I said, you have a cat. Ziggy's a cat. And I turn around and look at him, and Ziggy is rubbing up all on him like a cat would. I'm like, you got a cat. You got the best of both worlds. These two are gonna go a long way. They have a really long, incredible career, I'm sure, in front of them. They will bring peace and commitment to their community, and we are here every step of the way, and really excited about your journey together. And what a powerhouse you two are. So thank you for being Ziggy's handler. He's a wonderful dog. And I will do a shout out to Virginia Task Force 1. If you're watching today, I'm sure some of you are. They've been following this dog every step of the way. I've run into them at workshops, and they always ask about him. Very special animal right here. He's a good boy. All right. So with that, we'd love to invite Corey to say a few words.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for coming. Can't really believe that this is actually happening right now. It's really hard to just even find the words to say the people to thank, and just how much of how beautiful this place is. Really, this is a very magical place that I'm glad that a lot of you guys have been able to now experience. When describing this place to people, hey, that's not for you.
He's trying to get the microphone everywhere.
When describing this place to people, I think it's a little difficult. Not only is it a beautiful facility, but I feel like this place, you have to just experience it and really feel it in order to really get the full picture of what this place has to offer. When we first all met Ziggy, I vividly remember we were over there up in the play yard, and it's our very first time meeting each other, very first time meeting all the dogs. We're all excited to just see what dogs we have to offer, or what dogs we're going to get to play with. And I distinctively remember the van was rocking. We have these big vans that have all the kennels in there, and this thing was rocking back and forth, and you could hear a little tail just going pop, 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 pop in there, and no one knew what the heck that thing was. And the second he comes barreling into the field, everyone went silent at the same time, and everyone went, ooh. But I'm so excited to be able to be on this journey with Ziggy, and Mandy said that Ziggy needed me, but I think I needed him just as much. I think this place is pretty wonderful when it comes to just what they're able to do. I think they matched us all pretty well, pretty perfectly with all the dogs, and I don't know how they do it. They are very good at their job and also very good at reading these dogs, and it's pretty incredible what they're able to do here. I think the coolest part is really not only they turn a rescued into a rescuer, but they turn a rescuer into rescued. So I think that's the best part. So thank you again, and excited for our journey together. So appreciate it.
He's like, that microphone is a toy and I want it. Thanks, Corey. All right. Next, I'd like to introduce you to Clint Sheppy and his new partner Draco with Chula Vista Department and Chula Vista Fire Department and California Task Force 8. Draco was raised in an apartment in Provo, Utah, but as he grew, his energy levels quickly outpaced what a typical apartment lifestyle could accommodate. His owner placed him for adoption in the local newspaper, where fortunately an SDF canine recruiter noticed the ad. He reached out to set up an evaluation. During the test, Draco made it crystal clear that he was built for a higher purpose and desperately wanted to work. He was soon flown out to our National Training Center by Angel Flight West volunteer pilot Gare Pearson, happily stepping into his new role as a search dog candidate. Draco was sponsored by Vernon and Patricia Ralph and the Sandra Trink Irrevocable Trust, represented by Teresa McConville. So Clint, this is not new for Clint. Clint has done this before. His first search dog, Georgia, you may hear her in the Handler's Lodge. She's a GSP that's very vocal. At some point, you might hear her. Draco is Clint's second search dog, I should say, from us. Clint, I've known Clint for almost a decade now. He is a thoughtful, committed, confident, respectable. I could go on and on about Clint. We were so thrilled when he decided that he wanted to go through this process again. And not only go through the process again, he has a live find dog. This is a human remains detection dog. So he's taking on a new discipline, as well as a new partner in his search dog journey. Clint can work with any dog. He brings the right amount of calmness to a frantic, crazy dog. He also brings the right level of excitement and enthusiasm to dogs that need a little bit more help in that area. Draco he's a specimen, as you can see. Cute boy. Draco's a lot of fun. You wouldn't know it from him sitting here in front of you right now. He's being very polite. Good boy, Draco. He's a bit of a wild animal himself. One of the first things we do with our handlers is have them play with dogs. That's okay. He's good. Play with dogs. And when Clint came out to play with Draco, it was like, oh, wow, there we go. They're a match. They're both really, like, how they play together is really hilarious and fun, which is great. It's very exciting and frantic, and it's just exactly what Draco loves. So Clint really matched his energy level and how he likes to interact. As they've worked together in this new discipline, Clint has really showed an aptitude for this additional discipline of human remains detection, really taking in all the specifics and differences that there are between live find and human remains detection. It's all good. We keep going, yeah. Not only is Clint taking on his second search dog, he is an incredible ambassador for our program, not only the search dog, urban search and rescue program, but also our lifetime care program. Before he ended up here with Draco, he adopted one of our lifetime care dogs who is probably at home enjoying the sun, basking in his life of luxury. Is he here? Great. Good to see him later. Thanks, Clint. Yeah. So, I mean, it's really incredible. It's a testament to Clint and his dedication to the program, not just in helping to rescue dogs and have them focus on a career, which is what we try to do here, obviously, but also the dogs that ultimately tell us that they don't want to move forward with working. Clint is right there to pick that up and bring dogs into his house. And so with that, I want to give Clint a round of applause for that, because it's not easy. The dogs that end up here, even though they're not a working dog, they still have the characteristics that got them here. So he's taking on a lot there. So we appreciate that, and really excited about your guys' journey. You're gonna get to be in a position to support your community, and that's exactly what you are destined to do and continue to do. So thank you, and I would love to invite Clint to say a few words.
Well, hello everyone. Yes, this is my third dog here. I want to first, thank SDF, my fire department, everybody else who supported us here. When I interviewed for a second dog, we kind of joked. The interview panel said that was my acceptance speech. So sorry you guys missed my acceptance speech. The biggest thing for me wasn't so much the challenge of the dog. For going the second dog was more the family for me. So it was like I couldn't see myself not being part of this family anymore and leaving my family. But when I left my interview and I'm like, oh shoot, am I that outcast family member that this family doesn't want? So, but no, they said yes to me again. So I appreciate that. And so I appreciate everything that the foundation has done for me. So thank you.
Oh, no, you go. Yeah, yep. Great. Thank you, Clint. All right. Next, I'd like to introduce you to Joe Zakar and his new partner, Dingo, with San Diego Fire Rescue Department and California Task Force 8. Dingo was brought to the Stockton Animal Shelter as a stray after a Good Samaritan found him wandering a rural neighborhood in the brutal heat. Due to the overcrowding at the shelter, this sweet dog had just a few days to find his place. Fortunately, one of the shelter's fosters noticed Dingo's obsession with playing ball and suggested they reach out to SDF. Dingo received his freedom flight soon after, and thanks to our longtime friends at Fetch Air, who are with us here today, Dingo arrived at our National Training Center in Santa Paula to begin a brand new chapter as a rescuer. Dingo was sponsored by Julie Croker, the DiMartini family, and Melody Euchman. Joe. Joe is, this is also not a new undertaking for Joe. He is a veteran handler. His live fine dog, Dora, is here with us today as well. Also a vocal little thing. She's a Labrador, a little black Labrador. We thought we would challenge Joe with a pointy ear this time, so yeah. Known Joe a long time. I've personally known Joe for almost a decade as well. And I've watched him grow from a brand new handler with his search dog Dora to a confident, supportive, and mission-driven individual when it comes to canine search. He's actually now risen in the ranks to become the canine coordinator of California Task Force 8. Yay, Joe. I'm going to talk a little bit about this Dingo dog right here. He came in here, man, this little thing, independent. He made you work for it. The trainers in the back there know exactly what I'm talking about. Channeling that energy and that focus into collaboration and work was something Dingo needed and thrived at once he realized that we were here to help him be successful in his life. We don't know what his background is other than what I shared on his story. But this little dog was definitely not meant to sit on the couch. He's definitely meant to work. He doesn't like when work stops. Work is all the time. I need to work. And then when you feel like he's done, he's like, nope, I need to work a little bit more, which makes for an incredible partner in this discipline. Pairing Joe and Dingo together, I don't know if Joe fully knew what he was getting himself into with this little guy. But wow, they have grown as this little dog is so different than his first dog. He's growing in different ways as a handler that's making him such an incredible asset to the community in this discipline. Did I mention that Dingo is an HR dog? I don't know if I mentioned that. So he's a human remains detection dog. These two are going to support their community in many ways, and they have a lot to give, and we're really excited about obviously them as well. Moving into your second dog, Joe. We really appreciate you and thank you and would like to invite you to say a few words. And I'll take your dog from you.
All right. Okay. Good morning, everybody. It's truly an honor to stand here today. Receiving a canine partner is one of the greatest privileges of my career. And it is a responsibility that I will not take for granted. I want to first thank SDF from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for believing in us and in believing in the mission of these incredible dogs. What you do is so much bigger than pairing a handler and a canine. You create teams that will one day respond to communities who are experiencing unimaginable loss. You give families hope when hope feels impossible to find, and that is something truly special. As both a handler and the canine coordinator and a representative of California Task Force 8, I have the opportunity to see how much heart, dedication, and hard work goes into every dog that leaves this campus. Every trainer, every volunteer, every donor, every staff member, you've played a part in pairing these amazing dogs for the work ahead. On behalf of California Task Force 8, thank you for everything you do. Your investment in us is something we will never forget, and we promise to honor it and honor it every time we train and every time we deploy. To my wife, thank you. This is now our second search dog, which means you've gone through this journey twice. Your support, you've supported early mornings, late nights, the weekends away, and the deployments, and the countless hours of training without ever asking for anything in return. You've celebrated victories, helped me through the frustrations, and reminded me why this work matters. No matter what happens, without your love and support, and I hope that you know that these accomplishments I have are one that we share together. I'd also like to recognize Dr. Jacqueline Johnson and everyone at the infirmary. Thank you for taking such incredible care of our canine partners. You make sure they're healthy, strong, and ready to do the job they love. As handlers, our dogs are family, and knowing that they're in such caring and capable hands means more than I could put in words. We are incredibly grateful for everything that you do. I'd also like to thank the San Diego Fire Rescue Department for believing in this program and giving me the opportunity to serve both my community and this incredible urban search and rescue team. To my California Task Force 8 family, thank you for never letting me settle. Every training day, every critique, every scenario, and every lesson has made me and my dog better. Certification is not earned alone. It is earned because teammates who are willing to give their time, their knowledge, and sometimes even their weekends to make sure we are ready when lives depend on us. I am proud to stand beside each and every one of you. To my fellow handlers, thank you for your friendship, your mentorship, and consistently pushing me to improve. We all know that there is no finish line in this profession. We know these dogs, we owe these dogs, our very best every single day, and I am grateful to have such incredible group of people to learn from. I'd also like to recognize Battalion Chief 80 Barbat. 80, thank you for your leadership, your vision, and your mentorship. You've played such an important role in building this team into what it is today. As one of the original canine handlers, you've helped lay the foundation for all of us who have had the privilege in following your footsteps. Your passion for this program, your commitment to excellence, and your willingness to share your knowledge have shaped not only this team, but also me as a handler. On a personal level, I'm especially grateful because you are not just my mentor, but also my cousin. Thank you for believing in me, challenging me to be better, and setting the standard for what it means to be a professional canine handler. I'm incredibly proud to continue building on the legacy you've created, and I couldn't have asked for a better example to follow. And finally, to my new partner, Dingo. Thank you for trusting me. I know we've only just begun this journey together, but I promise to earn your trust every day. I promise to train with purpose, to lead with patience, and to always put your well-being first. Together, we face challenges, celebrate success, and when the time comes, answer the call to help people on what may be their worst day of their life. There is no greater responsibility, and there is no partner I'd rather have beside me. To everyone at SDF, thank you for changing lives, not just ours, but the lives of every family who will one day be helped because of these remarkable dogs. We are honored to carry your mission forward, and we promise to represent it with pride, professionalism, and humility. Thank you for this incredible opportunity. We won't let you down.
Yeah. He's a good boy. He's a good boy.
He's like daddy. Thank you, Joe. All right. Next, I'd like to introduce you to Lee Coley and her new partner Leon with Utah Task Force 1. Leon's journey began in Fremont, California, when his owner decided to surrender him to the Tri-City Animal Shelter because he could not manage Leon's incredible energy. On top of his boundless drive, Leon was an escape artist, not an uncommon thing for a search dog. He would routinely figure out how to Houdini his way out of the enclosed backyard in search of something to do. Susan Sasek, then the foster coordinator, had seen a social post by SDF that outlined the requirements of a search dog candidate, and staff member Jess Parameter, who's with us today, spotted Leon's potential early on, set about building a rubble pile test to test Leon. By this time, Leon had been placed in foster care with a local dog trainer who helped conduct evaluation videos to send to SDF. After Leon's initial videos were submitted for review, SDF enlisted the help of California Task Force 4 and SDF handlers Brian Medley and Eric Falkenstrom to test him on the rubble at their San Ramon training site. Impressed by Leon's talent and ability to traverse rubble, Leon was accepted into the program and caught a ride with her friends at Fetch Air on the same flight as Dingo and began their journeys as search dogs. Leon is sponsored by Jill B. and Lauren Glasser, Carol Marengo, and Farmers Insurance. All right, Lee is a veteran handler. I'm going to start there. How many search dogs do you think Lee has had? She's had at least one. We know that from what I just said. Who thinks 2? 3? 4? 4? It's a lot, right? This is her 5th search dog. This is her 5th search dog. Yes, yes. That doesn't scream commitment to this discipline. I don't know what does. Lee has been in the system and helped countless dogs and handlers alike. She is an incredible asset to the system, not only the system, but actually to this cohort. She's been a mentor to the new handlers that are just going through this process for the first time. She's helped them understand what the commitment is, has been a mentor and a guiding light for them as well, and we appreciate that from you, Lee. Thank you for that. What an honor. Not everybody gets the opportunity to go through a cohort with somebody with so much experience, and a lot of experience is what we have here. So when we were looking for Leon's perfect fit, he's a lot of dog. He's got a lot of presence about him. He's a beautiful dog. He likes to snap at flies too. You know, he'll take care of your fly problem. And he brings a level of confidence himself to what he does, and we needed to have somebody that could handle a dog like Leon. He's a lot. He's intense. But man, he's a lover, and he wants to do this job. He was meant for this job. I will say, while Lee has had 4 other live find dogs, this is her very first human remains detection dog. And she's, on her 5th dog, is choosing to pursue a new discipline. It speaks to the level of commitment she has to learning and growing herself, as well as wanting to be a continued resource in multiple ways in this discipline. We're really excited that Lee decided to come back and get another dog from us. Her search dog, Tommy, live find. When we go up and do the rubble pile, take a look at one of our transit vans that's holding the dogs. You're going to see a picture of Lee and Tommy on there, her live find dog. They've been incredible in this program. So we're really thrilled that you decided to go through this again and take on Leon and take on a new discipline, because we know you're going to contribute in so many significant ways, Lee, that we're really excited about you and Leon together. So with that, I would love to invite you to share a few words.
Well, I really want to say thank you to Search Dog Foundation. I've been able to see this property grow into something that Wilma had an extreme vision for, which is amazing, as you've seen on the news with Venezuela and county going out the door and helping Venezuela. So It's been a long time, and I'm just I love doing this work. I love the challenges that come with it. I feel extremely blessed and honored to continue to represent SDF and search dogs. And I am not part of the fire department, although I work with the fire department as a handler. But I feel like I grew up in the fire department field. So this calling to help with searches has just been an amazing journey. And like she said, I've had now 5 dogs. One of them's up here already. Brutus, he was my first. He was an incredible experience. He was taught me a whole lot about people and about myself. And I'm sure that Leon's going to teach me a whole lot more now. But thank you guys. Thank the sponsors and all the family here. We can't do it without your support. So thank you so much.
All right, thank you, Lee. Okay. Last but not least, I'd like to introduce you to Calvin Giddings and his new partner, Bolt, with Utah Task Force 1. Bolt's journey to the Search Dog Foundation began in Alabama when his previous owners realized his energy and boisterous spirit were far more than a typical pet home could manage, I'll say. Hoping to find the energetic black Labrador retriever a proper outlet, they posted a rehoming listing on Facebook. Fortunately, an SDF canine recruiter spotted the post. After just one ball toss and a quick hunt game, she knew she was looking at a potential disaster search dog. She fostered this is in quotes, she fostered the loud, rambunctious, funny boy, which is the perfect way to describe this dog, until transportation could be arranged to bring Bolt to our National Training Center in Santa Paula, where he would begin his new life. Bolt is sponsored by the Joel and Dina Gambord family. Bolt, he's a Labrador. We know he's 100% Labrador. You would not know that from his behavior. He's very intense. He's super loud. You'll hear him on the rubble pile a little bit later. If you are in your time of need and Bolt is looking for you, that is going to be the sweetest sound you will ever hear. He is a workhorse. He's dedicated to this job. He needs a job. We had somebody during training, we had just accepted Bolt, and he was working on the rubble pile, and we had a volunteer who's actually here today up there go, wow, this was in a pet home? Yes, he was, and that is not where he is destined to be. He is destined to be working alongside this individual in front of you right here, Cal. Cal is not new to canine search. He's a seasoned avalanche handler himself, and he's taking on the new discipline of urban search and rescue with Bolt here. Bolt's a lot to deal with, and so when we were looking for his perfect handler, we knew we would find one that was committed to him once they started working together. Cal came out to meet Bolt and play with him and work with him, and they were a match. They were a match right away. And as they've been working together over the last 6 or so months, they've really grown into each other. They look like they've been together for a long time as well. I made a comment yesterday during a training session. He was working his dog out in the direction and control field, so he couldn't hear me, but I did share this with him after, obviously. But I said to the group, watching him work with Bolt, it's like time stands still. It's really beautiful to watch him work with this dog. He was rewarding the dog for a job well done, and it was just the two of them in a moment. And as trainers, when we see that kind of connection between dog and handler, it's so validating to us that, like, gosh, we did it. We found the right match for this dog and for Cal. I obviously, again, shared that with him after the fact, but he was just in the moment with the dog. And that kind of dedication and taking on a new discipline, even though he's very seasoned in what he's already doing, speaks to this gentleman's commitment and ability to want to learn and grow and contribute in new ways while also maintaining his status as a canine handler. So, Cal, we're really excited about you and Bolt, and you guys have a very strong and a strong future together. So with that, I would love to invite you to say a few words.
Hello. So I did not prepare a speech, but that was on purpose, because if I did, I'd be up here for hours thanking the countless people who have gotten me here. It really does take a village, and the village I do want to talk about is the Search Dog Foundation. You guys are incredible, everything you do. Everyone sitting here today, this is the Search Dog Foundation, which for me is so special because for the longest time you guys have been this operation that I hold in mythic reverence. Who are they? What are they? And it really is the people that makes it up. And getting to meet all of you over the past few months has been so special to me. This moment is like doubly special to me for my task force, being able to be a part of that new journey, and also for my avalanche team at Powder Mountain, getting to be a part of the legacy that this story that we've been building with the Search Dog Foundation is so valuable to me. So I promise I won't let you down. Thank you.
I'd like to now introduce the Canine Coordinator of Utah Task Force 1 and fellow canine handler, Kate Clausen.
Highly motivated, determined, tenacious, willing to work through adversity and frustration, an attitude of perseverance. These are traits we often look for in our working canines, but they also reflect the traits we need in our handlers. In this graduating class, we have seasoned, experienced handlers on Canine Partners number 5, and we also have handlers who are just beginning their journey with their very first canine partner. Regardless of experience, these handlers are here because they share common traits: a fierce dedication to the work, to their canine partners, to their task forces, and to the mission. We often talk about the right temperament when considering potential canine partners, but we rarely talk about the temperament we need in our handlers. Luckily, we have perfect examples of these traits standing here now. In Utah, I've been privileged to see one of the best embodiments of these traits in Lee Coley and her recently retired canine Tommy, also an SDF graduate. Through her example, Lee has taught me what commitment and dedication look like day by day and year by year. Watching her skills as a handler and a trainer is a masterclass, and I'm grateful that class will continue with her new canine partner, Leon. I also see dedication to the mission in one of our newest handlers, Cal Giddings. He's extremely self-motivated, determined to be part of the solution. Both handlers lead by example and do the hard work through adversity and frustration. Just like their new canine partners, all the handlers here today represent the pinnacle of first responders, those willing to put themselves aside for their communities when they're needed, training constantly, always ready for a disaster that we hope never comes. But when it does, these teams answer the call and embody what it is to be part of Canine Search and Rescue, to be ready to go toward chaos and devastation with no questions asked. When disaster strikes, boots and paws on the ground, they answer the call. I think I can speak for everyone when I say that all of your task forces are proud to have you. I certainly am, not just on my task force, but in the system as a whole, as friends and as colleagues. You and your canine partners' motivation, determination, tenacity, and perseverance are what got you here today, and those very traits are what will potentially save a life, and that's worth celebrating. Congratulations.
They'll be back, I promise. They aren't going too far. Now that they've been officially partnered, these teams will receive follow-up training from the support of staff here as well as their task forces in weekly search team trainings on rubble. This is a muscle memory that has to continue to be built, and each and every day they'll be working towards getting ready for certification and eventually towards deployment whenever disaster strikes throughout the United States or even the world. So now, if you'd like to join me, I'm proud to introduce officially for the very first time America's newest canine disaster search teams, Jared Freeman and Uli, Andrea Geddes and Checkers, Rebecca Drews and Bo, Corey Tang and Ziggy, Clint Chubb and Draco, Joe Zakar and Dingo, Lee Cully and Leon, and Cal Giddings and Bolt. Let's give them a long round of applause. you can't tell, it's a huge cohort this time. We need all the stage room we can get. Thank you to California Task Force 2, California Task Force 8, Oklahoma Task Force 1, Utah Task Force 1, Chula Vista Fire Department, Los Angeles County Fire Department, Oklahoma City Fire Department, and San Diego Fire and Rescue Department for your support of these new search teams and the Canine program as a whole. It truly takes a concerted effort of these partnerships to set these teams up for success and guide them on this journey. Together, we'll continue to strengthen disaster response around the world through our collective efforts, to ensure that these teams stand ready when called upon to help. I also want to send another thank you to all of you that are here with us today and everyone that is at home watching as well. SDF's impact is truly fueled by the worldwide community that makes this possible, and each and every one of you have been a huge part of that. For the last 30 years, every deployment, every training milestone, and every life saved has been made possible by people like you who believe in the mission. From all of us here at the National Training Center, thank you all for being part of the search, and let's give them one more round of applause. Let's give them a round of applause. Good job, Nico. Now, do you feel the wind this time? Is it different? Is there? It's brilliant. So he may have a different search that he needs to do.
Yeah, thanks, bro.